Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer. Today I got kind of a mixed bag. I've been working a ton of overtime. I worked till after midnight last night on a project and got it done, delivered today. You know, it was a huge screw thread cutting process where it requires you to take numerous passes to cut the thread to depth, and they were enormous threads, 4.5 threads per inch. They were huge threads. But I got the job done, got it delivered, so I'm a little bit more relaxed now. I've got a second big project that I've been working on over the weekend that I've got finished, and I'm gonna take it tomorrow and hopefully get it out of my hair. eBay came through. Let's see what we got in the box here. We have, I haven't opened it yet, so I'm really hoping this is what I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I got my little eBay invoice thing. Alright, yeah, this is looking pretty promising. When I did the gear haul video, one of the items in it was a bellows for macro. In theory, and it's M42 screw mount for a Pentax. Yeah. So I promptly went on eBay and looked up M42 screw mount lenses, and I came up with this one. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I actually thought it was going to be a lot bigger for some reason. I kind of like this footprint. This is pretty small. Pentax. Anyway, let's see. Oh, it's like the Minolta caps. They don't put the spring-loaded caps. They just make them like fitted aluminum, and they just kind of slip over, and the tension of the fit keeps them from falling off. It's pretty smooth. I kind of like that. I got the Minolta one that I've got on my 58mm. It's beat up. This, I'm gonna get on some reading glasses so I can see it. I can read it to you. This is a Asahi Optical Company, Japan, super multi-coated macro tachomer f400mm. Now, it's supposed to focus real close. Okay, now the lens don't look so small. For M42, the rear cap's threaded on as well. I've never had a screw mount lens except for that one Russian lens that I took apart. Let's see, what's the minimum focus distance? 1.48 feet. And if I'm reading this right, it's got a scale around the front here, and it's telling you the ratio of macro from 25 to 1, and then as it goes, you know, there's 5 to 1 macro, 4 to 1 macro, all the way to 2 to 1. Oops, 2 to 1 macro. I have an adapter I bought somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let me grab it. Adapter. I got the Photo Deox adapter off of Amazon. I haven't opened it either. I've been waiting on that lens. But yeah, it's literally Fuji to M42. Let's see. And now it fits the XT3. Isn't that sweet? I'm going to experiment with this a little bit, and then I'm going to put the bellows between these and experiment with it like that. That should get me at 1:1 or greater than 1:1. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. We'll call this a pseudo lens review. I'll do a proper one once I shoot it, but it's a lot smaller than I actually thought it was going to be. I figured it was going to be bigger for some reason. I had it in my head it was a larger lens, but I kind of like the footprint. Let's see, where's my 105 Nikkor? There it is. Let's see how it compares to this one. Pull the lens cap. Now the 105 f2 f2.5 here is not a macro lens though, so but it does focuses to 1 meter roughly. This one focuses to 0.45, so it's twice as close focus, but it's about the same physical footprint. To be made of aluminum, this lens is so much heavier. I guess because it's got bigger glass in it. Yeah, there's why. Right there tells the story. This is f2.5, this is f4, and it makes a significant difference in weight. I bet this lens is easily twice as heavy as this one. That's kind of surprising that you can get it that much lighter by basically losing 1 1/3 stops a lot. Interesting. But yeah, I want to shoot this with the bellows, and like I said, I've got the adapter for it so that I can put it on the Fuji, and we'll see what kind of photos this little guy renders. From everything I've read, this is a pretty nice lens, so I've got high hopes for it. Like I said, it'll be its own review video where I shoot it with the bellows and I shoot it without the bellows, and we see what kind of macro it produces both ways. I know some of you guys use Lightroom, like me. The whole doubling down on the price, and then literally I think it was yesterday they turned off all of the old prior versions that operate on the older Mac. I currently use, I think, the most up-to-date version of Lightroom. With the problem that's coming down the pipe is they've went to the subscription model, and I was good with $10 a month. Doubling of the price to $20 a month, that's $240 a year for 2 programs. I'm not seeing the value when there's alternatives that are on the internet that will give you basically the same results. They may not be as user friendly, but they will work. And I have already moved away from Premiere, and I'm using the Blackmagic one. You guys know what it's called. DaVinci Resolve. Okay. I'm already doing my video editing with DaVinci. If I'm going to buy software, I want to be able to own it. I don't want to have to pay a license subscription, and then if there's some kind of issue with my license key or something, they will arbitrarily turn off my subscription and I don't have access to my software that I've been paying for. You know, I just don't see the value in the subscription model when it gets that expensive. You know, $5 a month would have been closer to what I would have wanted to pay. If I could have got just Lightroom for $5, I'd probably just do that. But they want to bundle it, and now it's shot up to $20. And they claim it's because they're giving you more cloud storage. Well, I don't use cloud storage. Drop a comment down below. What's your thoughts about the whole Adobe thing? And one other thing I've got this week is I did do a little bit of street photography-ish stuff on Sunday, and here's those photos. I had a little bit of fun. We just walked around. I just took some random photos of different things as we walked around in downtown Chattanooga, and it was kind of interesting. And I missed a lot of opportunities. And looking back, I see them, but at the time, I let them pass by and I didn't even realize it. How do you guys figure out? I know your answer is going to be just take pictures of all of it and then delete the ones you don't want. I got that. I can see those answers coming, but how do you know what's photo worthy and what's not? Because I don't have the time to stop and photograph everything. I just have the time to stop and photograph just a few things. So I want to be able to cherry pick them and basically spend the time getting a shot of something that has the most impact or that interests me the most. And it's really hard sometimes. Like there was another photographer set up on the Walnut Street Bridge, and I should have got their portrait with their camera. They had their camera on a tripod and they were waiting on a certain time of day to get a certain kind of shot. You could see what they were doing. I should have just stopped and asked them, can I get your portrait? And I just didn't do it. Looking back on it, by the time I got to the other side of the bridge, I was thinking about it, but we were headed to the restaurant to get some supper, and I just didn't want to inconvenience the family and go back after that photo, you know, so I let it go. But I did get this one of this boy with his Canon, I think it was. He was snapping photos, and I told him, let me make your portrait of you making a photo, and he was all about it. So I got that picture. But how do you guys determine which photos you're going to grab and which ones you're going to let go? Because sometimes you just don't know. Now the window light photo, when I walked by the window and I turned around and Sierra came by, I was like, I got to get your photo by this window. This window light's incredible. The rest of them, you know, it's just snapshots. But, you know, I was just taking pictures of things that looked interesting. I appreciate you guys putting up with my ramblings, and if you like the video, you know what to do. And yeah, y'all know all that stuff at the end. I ain't even gonna say it this time. I appreciate you guys watching. This is David, Georgia photographer, and I'll see y'all soon. And get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see y'all later. Bye bye.